if you're listening, add a pre-light day because the stuff turns out so much better. That's the lesson that I've learned.
Another really cool thing that I think we started doing in the past 6 months or so, we've started doing pre-light days, which have turned out to be huge for efficiency of shoot days, for just having a sound mind coming into a shoot, knowing you're prepped and ready to go. And basically what a pre-light day is whether it's the day before or just sometime the week before or something like that, we go through the motions of setting up the entire set for however many photos, videos we're shooting the next day or two, and light them and shoot them the way we would any other, or the way we are planning on shooting the shoot that we're coming up to. Whether that we bring somebody from marketing downstairs, they're our fake model for the day, or we're just using a different product, putting it in place just to prep and make sure when we show up at 8:30 the next day, we know we're ready to go when we walk in, whether it's leaving the lights up or just taking a video and showing ourselves, hey, this is where light was, this is what the settings were on. And it's done wonders for our shoot days, at least from my point of view. The scheduling's better. Like I said, the peace of mind is better, and we're way more confident when we're walking in the door on shoot morning.
Yeah, that's right. We have a great advantage, at least on the video side. We have this beautiful cyc wall with all these lights mounted to the pipe grid system that is almost like pre-lighting because everything's already hung and set. We just have to take our iPad and say, all right, well, I want these lights on this color, temp, this intensity. But we've got a whole bunch of other lights that we need to reset. We need to shape the light, flag them, scrim them, silk them, whatever it is. And so having a day dedicated towards, okay, let's go down to the studio, let's take a breath. Here's the product. Here's roughly where the model's going to be, whatever it is. And just start establishing a look, establishing like where are the reflections on the product, like what do we need to account for. When you guys did the Dewey shoot, you had this incredible setup where you were blocking reflections from every conceivable angle with the paper.
Which, go check out the vlog.
And so with the Whitney shoot, with the video that we did with her, same thing, almost a full day of pre-lighting. I think, Austin, you were sitting in for that and helping me with that. But even when I didn't have a person, I used like you remember this
picture with the basketball?
He's got his bowl.
Yeah, it was.
I got a picture.
I wanted something.
We'll throw it up.
I wanted.
He's got his bowl friend.
Just a wooden bowl with like a little orange hat on there from the Fertile Fruit shoot. But it was something that was supposed to be similar to skin tone and like the roundness of a face, basically. But the idea is, I wanted to shape the light from all these different perspectives. I need something to be in frame, so I did that. But because we had all those lighting cues, being able to put something in front of the camera, set up the lights, change them, move them, cut them, get all those decisions figured out in advance, because you'll see this on commercials, on film shoots. Lighting can take hours if you're not pre-set up for it, and it's a complicated shoot. So getting that done out of the way, model comes in at 8:30, makeup, hair, we're good to go, let's roll. And it makes a huge difference.
How do you view that from your point of view, especially if it's a shoot that you're not as hands-on of us doing the pre-light day and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, if we have another shoot going on or I'm upstairs working with the marketing side, it takes all anxiety away from the shoot. So I think the reason we started doing pre-light days, we would, have a client come in, sign the contract, do the pre-production, go into production, and then hand back the stuff, and it was like off, and we couldn't figure it out. And it was because we weren't doing pre-light days. So although it cost us a little bit of time and money and like studio time, it's been an incredible add to our pre-production process, where the client looks at, like, if we're shooting a bottle of Windex or, tire shine, we can show them like what their inspo looks like. The client sometimes will pull inspo, and what the studio will deliver might be so much different because of they're looking at the image. They don't understand the light. So the biggest thing is we've been able to break down soft light and hard light for them, because sometimes we'll get decks where they say, here's our inspo, these are the shots that we love, and like half of them are hard light, half of them are soft light, half of them are natural, like half of them are like maybe even AI. And we tell them like, okay, this is realistically what you can get with your budget, and this is the reason why.
Yeah.
So it's been great to do the pre-light days because we're able to come down. I see you guys all the time shooting, handing stuff off to the client, saying this is obviously not your product or like what this is going
Right.
to look like, but you can at least see the quality and the type of light that you're going to have. Do you approve this? They see how much time goes into that because, like Wade's saying, like some shoots we could spend days
Yeah.
figuring out. Like we've got a shoot coming up where we're now talking about this a month and a half in advance on how we're going to light this efficiently because we have so many sets and so many shoots to get, or like shoots to get through, or shots to get through for that shoot. It's going to take a lot of lighting.
Yeah.
It takes, like, I had an old mentor back in the day. He would say prior proper planning prevents piss poor potential. And he would always tell me, Austin, remember the P's, remember the P's. Prior proper planning prevents piss poor potential.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, and I will never probably forget that. But it really, like, prior proper planning with lighting prevents piss poor work.
Yeah.
And I will always believe that.
I think another aspect of it, like you were saying, so after, usually it's a day or two in advance, as we're saying, and usually we'll take that, email it, or get on a call with the client, show them what we've done. Like, hey, we pre-lit what our goal is for this shoot day. It's a couple days out. We just want to make sure we're all on the same page, which is great because it prevents us from having a completely different viewpoint from what they are, and we can make sure we're both on the same page. But it also shows like, hey, technically you paid for these studio days, but we're putting a little bit of extra work in beforehand to not only prep for those days, make sure we're moving efficiently so we don't have to do another shoot or book another day, but we're also just putting a lot of thought into your product, and it makes them feel seen and makes them feel like we're really valuing their business with us, as opposed to just, hey, we're going to do it, cool, show up on the shoot day, shoot it, and send it back to them.
We get a lot of business from companies who operate like that. They sign the contract, they look at the shot list, they do the stuff, they send it back, and it's good, but it's not great. And I think that's why people end up coming inevitably to work with us, or have us work on their stuff, is we're spending a ton of time and even our own money, some cases, to get a better shot. I mean, you guys know me, like I will make an order to B&H at the pin drop. And sometimes we'll get to these moments where it's like, it's not possible with what we have to get this shot.
Yeah.
It's something you can't bill the client. Like ethically, after you sign a contract, you can't bill them for it.
Yeah.
So we'll go and we'll purchase the kit that we need in order to get that shot. And I mean, yeah, we're willing to do just about anything to get the right shot. Prelight, watching you guys do the Prelight days has been incredible because it's, I don't know, it kind of pushes us. It takes away the anxiety that you have. Like, I know whoever's listening or watching, there's always that anxiety at a small level, at a high level of, is the client going to like this?
Yeah.
Are they wasting their money with us? And it's something that always sits in the back of your head. And I think that's what kills creativity on set. So anything that you can do, or anything that we can do as a team to like get rid of those like little moments, I think it's always worth it.
It also, we have new guys coming on the team, obviously new people coming through, and it's a learning aspect too. Like, we're not worried about exactly what the client is thinking at the moment. We're sitting there with the younger guys, with the newer guys, and we're bringing them in, kind of showing them our process before we're actually having to sit there on the spot and do the process. And I think that's another aspect that you don't really think about it, and I didn't kind of think about it until just now, of like, they're getting to see that process through a different lens and not us having to be super on point, ready to go with that product in hand on day of.
I would say 80% of what we do is all lighting. 10% is the creative, and 10% is set design. Because like, if you could have a beautiful set, and if the lighting doesn't look good, it will screw with you until you either fix it or you give up.
I don't know if it's what we do, whatever percentage you said of what we do, but it might make the shot.
Yeah.
It might be 80%
Can-
of
I
that
think,
shot.
the process, not even
We do a
close,
lot
but
of
like,
we do a lot of other stuff in the process.
But yeah, lighting can make or break for sure.
you know, I think one of the tests that we probably should do with the new people that start with us is just give them a golf ball, a single golf ball on a tee, and tell them to light it. Give them a very specific type of lighting that we're looking You know, it needs to be very bright and highlight, hard, highlights on the top left, but on the bottom, it needs to be completely pitch black. How do you
That's a
achieve
good test.
that? You know,
It's gonna be tough to work them dimples.
yeah. So, yeah, I think if you're listening, add that to your routine,
Your process.
your pre-production process. Add a pre-light day because the stuff turns out so much better. That's the lesson that I've learned.
I agree.
Totally.